I think a lot of people are interested to hear, especially from you guys, about our Thrive initiative and the latest on that. To episode 2 of Sidelines with Sid. I'm Falon Brown here with the Mayor President himself, Coach Sid Edwards, and we're joined today by a very special guest. This is Charlie Davis. He is our Chief Administrative Officer. So glad to have you here today, Charlie.
Thanks for having us, Falon.
Yeah, so, guys, we're going to talk about something pretty big today. I think a lot of people are interested to hear, especially from you guys, about our Thrive initiative and the latest on that, right?
Yeah, I'm very excited about it. There's a lot of information we got to give out to the public. Today is just kind of like an hors d'oeuvre. Let's just kind of put a few things out there, and I'm going to let Charlie speak on it. But it's a big piece of what we're trying to do in Baton Rouge and the parish, and it's actually a very positive thing.
I thought you were going to say it was a little booze-boost to get started.
No.
Actual hors d'oeuvre?
I'm full from that. I don't need no more.
There you go.
All right. Well, there's been a couple iterations of the Thrive initiative, and we've kind of molded it to what fits best for everybody across the entire parish, right? So let's start with that. May 14th, that was a big day. The council voted to send this to the polls, and tell us about the next steps that we're going to take to make sure the public is informed and supportive of this.
Yeah, you could call it a first down. You could call it teamwork. You mentioned evolving, but the important thing is that it was unanimous. I mean, this is the leadership of the mayor, of course, a unanimous vote by the city council, the library control board, the council on aging, mosquito abatement. Never in the history of Baton Rouge have all those folks agreed on any one thing. And so I think you're starting to see an important step forward for the future of Baton Rouge. It's not the end, but it is a critical step forward that's about to happen in November.
I mean, it's working together. And I know Charlie mentioned, the mayor's office, ourselves, but the council did a beautiful job of bringing people together. The library, council on aging, mosquito abatement, all getting on the wagon, and in some ways, especially the library, leading the charge. And it's rare in any city for things like that to happen. So that's a good foundation for us. The house isn't built, but the foundation is strong on this really, really robust plan.
Definitely. And I know there's a lot of things to be excited about with this plan. As I mentioned, there's been a couple of iterations of it. So let's talk about the most current version of this plan and what the council has decided to send to the voters.
So there's two big things happening. One is one-time money, the other is recurring revenue. So the first thing that happens is $52.4 million goes to pay down debt. It's a bit like saying that the City-Parish is getting on the Dave Ramsey plan, right? It's the first step to us being better financial stewards of what we've been given, right? And the second thing is going to plug about a $20 or $21 million hole that we have in the budget. Those are the two most significant things by far happening. After that, it does provide some additional resources to help us be more efficient, to put money in infrastructure, stormwater. And the third thing I would say is there's no new taxes. And so this is a good basic example of good government, right? It's being more efficient with the resources you've already been given.
Anything you want to add, Coach?
No, I mean, I echo what Charlie said. It's, you come in and things change. Everything, our city changes, faces change, names change. And to me, it's the collaboration part of it. And everything we're doing with this Thrive plan is to build a better Baton Rouge and a better East Baton Rouge parish.
Right. It's a classic example of teamwork. Everybody's pitching in a little bit to help the greater cause, which is paying down our debt, making sure we take care of our roads and our drainage throughout the entire parish, etc. I know that there's been a little bit of contention with the rededication of the funding, but as you mentioned, nobody wants new taxes, right? So it's kind of hard to navigate whenever you have priorities that you need to take care of in the city. But where do you get the money? Either you rededicate existing funding or you have to vote in a new tax, right?
Yeah, and we certainly did not want to put a new tax on. I think the people are tired of being taxed. They're fatigued. They have spoken. We listened. Because now we've mentioned mosquito abatement, and we mentioned council on aging and the library and the council and the mayor's office, right? Mm-hmm. The most important entity is you, the people out there, the citizens of Baton Rouge. Y'all get to decide, because all of these people are working together for the greater good of our citizens. But the most important piece will be the decision makers, the citizens of East Baton Rouge Parish.
Anything you want to add to that, Charlie?
Just double down. I mean, this is going to go before the voters in November, and it's an important, critical first step to move things forward. And the more you dive into this program, I think the more the voters are going to like it. So I just encourage everybody to be as informed as they can be.
Definitely. And for somebody who might be a newcomer here, maybe they don't keep up with politics that much and their awareness of this plan might be limited, I think a lot of people, when they go to vote for something, they think, what's in it for me? What am I going to get out of this? So could you maybe explain a little bit to somebody about how it would affect them personally?
Well, the first thing they're not getting is they're not getting more taxes, right? So they're getting the same taxes, no new taxes. They're not losing any services. The library, council on aging, the mosquito abatement are all providing the same services. They're being more efficient. And then they're also getting better services from the city-parish government. This allows us to begin making the government overall operate better without doing it with a gun to our head. And so it's just the first step of Coach Sid's administration being better stewards of what we've given. So no new taxes, no loss of services from any of those entities, and the city-parish able to begin to optimize and modernize and deliver even better services to the taxpayers, right? Better roads, better drainage, being good stewards of what we've been given. I think about that as probably the core, idea when I think about making government better. It's just being better stewards of these incredible resources and opportunities that we have.
Basically making our government dollars stretch further to benefit as many people as possible, right?
Yeah, it's a big win. It's a win-win situation. There are no losers, in this plan at all. And rarely as a coach do I go in a game with a foolproof game plan. It is, in my opinion, this is a foolproof. We're going to educate the public because people got to know for sure. I mean, clearly, what are you voting for? And we're going to use the next few months to push that out there for people to understand.
All right, guys. Well, switching gears a little bit here, we're still doing some really big things within the city-parish government. Last time we spoke, we got to really know you as the mayor, but now I think we should talk about what is the mayor doing? So is there anything new since the last episode?
Oh, lots of stuff. Lots of exciting things going on, Charlie. We, one thing I'll start off, I call it lighting the night. We replaced 54 lights on Plank Road in North Baton Rouge, and we're going throughout the parish doing that, the new LED lights. And we have a plan, and it's a 4-year plan to light up all of Baton Rouge, but we're making progress. Started something called the Pothole Posse. So citizens, listen to me now. There were 268 potholes that needed to be filled, and I challenged Lon Vickner, our chief of staff, challenged DPW and those guys to get them filled in a week, and they got them done in 4 days.
What?
Now, those are just the ones, Falon, that go through 311, because there's probably 8 million potholes in Baton Rouge.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But now we're caught up, so if someone calls, the goal is to get it filled in like 4 days. We're also starting a Men for Others project in the East Baton Rouge Parish Public Schools. We're going to have more information on the next podcast on that. But it's basically a service organization that we're real excited about. Those are just a few things. Yeah, a few things that are going on. Anything else, Charlie, you could think of?
Those are the main ones that I mentioned. I think the lighting on Plank Road and lighting other parts of the parish are way overdue.
So important.
So the diligence from the mayor's office and really driving out there, touring blighted houses. We've also rapidly increased the efficiency and how many blighted houses we're tearing down on a monthly basis. And we intend for all those programs to grow over time. All those programs are just getting started.
Just getting started.
Just
I
getting
love
started.
to hear it. And, we'll see where it goes. I'm really excited for the progress that we're making already. So, anything else you guys want to add?
Just want to thank Baton Rouge and the parish for believing in us. And like I always say, stay tuned because the best is yet to come.
All right, and we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much for tuning in, y'all. See you next time.